Hey there, I am I am going to be motherfucker. I'm going to be recording this on my laptop as well.
Hey there, I am.
Oh shit.
I am going to be I'm going to be recording this.
All right. So I'm just getting everything set up here. This is the first time I've done this, sorry guys, or anybody watching this. Well, even if this doesn't work, I will be live streaming it at least. Yeah, I think so. I'm not playing a game. Fucking Christ. Whatever. No, I want this to work, damn it. There's only one person here. I want to be able to record this. The quality, I mean, looking at this on YouTube just like that is, no, it's not good enough. Whoop. I want to actually record this like a screen capture and then record my audio also. So I think it'll be a better experience for me to upload the actual screen recording with my audio. All right, recording mic. All right, hopefully this works. All right. Okay, so I am recording. Record. Yes. All right, so I wanted to know that I'm recording or that I'm doing something, so I'm just kind of messing around here. There's nothing to record. Play some more and try again. Fuck you. All right, I guess that's not going to happen, damn it. So instead, I will be doing a live stream of my screen again, damn it. I don't know why that didn't work. Let's try this side. Hello, person that is here watching me fumble around. Hopefully this is fun for you. I think I have the lighting better so it's not all dark, but it is fun. All right. Yeah. I was really hoping to record the damn screen. I don't know why it didn't work. All right, so I'm using Clip Studio Paint on my broken Surface Pro 4. I dropped it, and there's a crack across the screen right there. And another part also, but you can see in the corner over here. Hopefully, well, the corner's all messed up. It's just jacked. But it still functions, and I will be using the Surface Pro 4 until I can replace it. I messed up the Surface Pro 4 pen, which is really cool, and I'm settling for the Surface Pro 3 pen instead. So this is what I've done so far. This is an actual page from issue 2. Most of this is going to be, there's going to be a lot of text on this page, which I'm not going to do until I'm totally colored it. And usually I pencil out the entire issue, but I wanted to do a live stream, and I think penciling is kind of boring if it's not totally planned out. So I'm going to do color. I'm going to color a page before which is kind of out of my norm to do this before penciling everything and getting everything finalized. So I've already penciled out digitally, and I use, let's see here, the pencil tool. It's called, this I did with analog pencil, which has like a kind of a nice roughness to it. You probably can't get a great look at it there. And I also like a darker pencil, which is a smoother kind of a pencil. I prefer the, well, they serve different purposes. But for this one, I use the analog pencil, which is something I downloaded, I think, directly from whoever makes Clip Studio Paint. So I did one layer over here, which is has a symmetrical ruler, so it's a ruler that goes up and down. And whatever I draw on one side is going to equal the other side. Symmetrical, it's going to look alike. And then I did another layer, which is just her forehead marks. I don't want those to be symmetrical. So her forehead wrinkles are on a different layer. But I should, I mean, I'll go ahead and just merge them. And it keeps the symmetry. Oh, no, it doesn't. What the hell? It's weird. Sometimes in Clip Studio Paint, I noticed when, when you save and like open something back up, even though I have the symmetry, what do you call it, icon right there? Damn it, sorry, it's blurry. Even though I have that, and this should be symmetrical, it's not. So this is on one side. It's supposed to be here also, but it's not. And that's got something to do with the way it loads or something. I don't know what the hell. But it's not symmetrical, which is stupid. So I'm trying to like trick it into remembering that it's supposed to be symmetrical, and so far it hasn't worked. Nope. That sucks. Maybe I can duplicate the layer. That didn't work either. Wow, that really blows. Because coloring this would be a lot easier if I could just do it symmetrically. And I can, but now I have to do it all over again. I have to set the ruler again. So there's one issue with Clip Studio Paint, I guess. And it's really annoying. So I gotta clip that back in. But now I gotta find the goddamn middle point again. It's annoying. Yep. So let's start a new layer. I'm gonna merge these two layers. So I have one pencil layer, and I'm not gonna ink it any more than that. I like the way the pencil looks in the issue, in issue 1, which is available in my online store, by the way. theartofjustinprime.storenvy.com. You can also just go to my website and find a link to my store. Issue 1 is for sale, digitally and in print. So anyhow, I like the way that it looks just penciled. Yep. And without like the traditional like black ink over it. This is the worst live stream ever. Sorry, guys. Too much damn light. Too much light. There you go. All right. So I'll do a new layer. Go to the symmetry ruler, symmetrical. That's got to be right in the damn center. Where would that be? Probably somewhere in between. I think these are called clavicles. Somewhere in between here. So when you do a ruler, you can't. It doesn't just go straight up and down. You have to hold Shift. Yeah, let's see how close I got here. And it looks pretty good. Yeah. All right. Now we are ready to rock. If you have any questions or comments, there is a live chat rolling on the YouTube. Oh, that's cool. That's new. On the YouTube, I haven't done that before. On the YouTube feed, if you're watching it on Google Hangouts, I don't think you can. I can't see what you're commenting, but on YouTube, if you want to comment and ask or ask a question, make a comment, whatever, you can do so there, and I will see that. All right. All right. Now it's time to get rolling on the coloring. I'm just setting my screen up so I can see it gooder. All right. Zoom out here. So there's not, this kind of sucks because there's not a whole lot to it. She is wearing all white. So I think her skin tone is going to be the most important thing here. And I'm basically just going to guess and check. So for this one, I use the pen tool. Make it nice and big. And now the symmetry is cracking. So this here is Masako, and that came out a little dark. I want her to be pretty damn pale. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna unsnap the keyboard from the Surface Pro and go keyboard less. All right, so we got Masako skin tone. We just gotta color her in. This is just the flatting layer. It's kind of blurry, huh? Sorry, guys. This is why I wanted to record it on my screen. So this is a page from issue 2. I wish the symmetrical ruler would recognize. I don't know if it's like ignores me when I'm erasing, but I have to erase both sides manually. Just annoying. I feel like it should symmetrically erase both sides, but whatever. Yeah, so this is a page from issue 2. I want issue 2 to start off, I guess, kind of slow is the way to put it. But we're not going to jump right into action. There's tons of action in it, more than issue 1. Yeah, Masako's kind of a killing machine. But I want to start off pretty slow, not slow, but like kind of bland and boring, honestly, in a way. There's some dialogue. It won't feel that way, but visually I want it to look that way. So it's symmetrical. She's just standing there. Her eyes are closed. There's nothing really exciting going on this page. And there's going to be a ton of text, too. So I know it's weird that I would want to start off that way, but just as far as pacing, that's the way I want to go. But so by the end of it, the way it ends is also, well, the end of the climax is also kind of a still moment, and it's going to start off with a still moment with a ton of chaos in between. So just doing something like this, where she's got her eyes closed and she's just kind of standing there. Yeah, my symmetry's off. Damn it. Yeah, I'm sorry. This symmetrical layout is I think is a good way to nice slow way to start this off. Damn it. See, when the symmetry is not perfect, my colors are slightly off to the side. I'm gonna rasterize the bottom layer and then use a paint bucket and give it some color so maybe you can see a little better. And see, like it's a little bit out. It's just it's just a little bit off because the damn symmetry wouldn't recognize. If it had, I would have just duplicated the layer and it would have been ready to roll for the coloring layer, the flatting layer. God, that's annoying. So now I gotta, where is it? It's like it's almost in the middle, but it's not. It's just driving me nuts. It's slightly off to the left, so I got to move that real quick. It's hard to grab this purple line. Almost there. I'm trying to use the point of her nose as my measurement. All right. Again, I know it's just ridiculously exciting to watch me do that. All right, I think we're better off. So that's her skin tone. I want her to be pretty darn pale. Masako is the star of issue 2. She is of Japanese descent. And I think that's all I'm going to say about her. She's got a really cool way of talking. She's got, I think, a really interesting origin story that I'll go into with like a half issue. What's it going to be? 1.5, I think. So we have one layer set for her skin. I want that to be on top of the layer for her suit, which is just going to be white. She wears white. This is an issue that, for one reason, it takes place in the snow. So, I mean, we could say that she's wearing white. Fuck, I forgot to do the symmetry. So rather than trying to do the symmetry again and making it line up perfectly, I am just going to duplicate this layer and clear it. And now it's lined up with the layer above it. Ta-da. All right. So yeah, it takes place in a very snowy environment. So maybe she's wearing camouflage. This is supposed to be like camouflage, but not really. I think just with Masako's personality, she's kind of dry and doesn't have much of a personality. So just having it be stark white just kind of matches her personality. Not much to it, and I think it looks really cool. I think all white just looks really cool. Kind of like, oh, I'm gonna get this wrong, but kind of like what's that dude from G.I. Joe? What the hell's his name? Storm Shadow or Snake Eyes? I think it's one of those two. I think his name's Storm Shadow. If I got that wrong, I apologize. All right, so flatting the suit. Now, usually what I would do, like in issue 1 with Nyx, he had a gray suit with white armor pieces on top of it. She has a white suit with white armor. I'm just going to keep it on the same layer. With Nyx, I would have used 2 separate layers. With hers, I'm going to keep it the same. I think. I mean, I'm not totally sure, but I think I will. And that's it. She's colored. Thanks for watching. No, I'm not. I got to do more than that. So we'll do shadows next, and I think we'll just do like a basic overlay. So I just create a new layer. Oops, shit. Sorry. A new layer. This is my suit layer. Right there. I make a layer on top of it, and then I use this button right there. What is that? Whatever that is. I think it's a clip button. Yeah, clip that layer below. So that kind of like tethers it, I guess, to the layer below it. So whatever I draw, oh, I have to use a different color. Oh, my son is coughing over there. Whatever I draw will be directly on top of that layer and will not go beyond it. It's very, very handy. So I'm going to bring the opacity down. I'll do 25. And my shadows are it's gonna be my shadow layer. And I'm gonna do them at 25%. And then we'll see how it looks. But I should have done symmetrical. So I'm gonna erase that. Do duplicate layer. Clip it to the layer below. Clear it. Now I'm ready to rock. All right. Oh, 25%. All right. So all I'm doing is going over. I have these crosshatch things, which is the style that I use for the comic. I don't really use this style anywhere else. So I've already kind of denoted where I want the shadows to be. So that's pretty simple. So I just kind of went over that. I'm going to go into a little more. I'm gonna go past the crosshatch a little bit, like that. That looks all right. And then I'm also gonna add some shadow underneath the armor. So this is where doing the armor on a different layer would have been really helpful. I wouldn't have to worry about going over onto the suit, but like right now, I mean, I could do that. But if it was on a different layer, I could go a little faster, and it wouldn't touch the suit if I went over the armor piece. Okay. And then I'll do a little shadow underneath whatever bone this is. I think it's called the clavicle. Or the storm shadow. Might be called that too. There's that. And throw a little slight suggestion of whatever muscle that is right there. Call it the neck muscle. And then a hint of a shadow right here underneath the wrinkles. In this scene, she's in like a Earth and Law office or something like that. Earth and Law is the world government of my comic, and there's going to be it's a brightly lit room, so there's not a whole lot of shadow. And I might do a little. I don't know. It doesn't make much sense, but a little shadow right there just to suggest that she's got some boobies. But she's pretty flat chested. There's nothing sexy about her at all. So I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I don't think I will. I don't think so. Nah. I don't really want much attention drawn to her chest whatsoever. She's not a sexy character. She's in her 50s, which is fine, but she's not. This is not her. Nothing wrong with being in your 50s. I didn't mean anything by that. All right, so let's do her face. Do some shadows on her face. So I duplicated the layer, cleared it, clipped it to below. Now I can start adding in some shadows on her face. Oops, this needs to be 25% also. So issue 2 is completely written. I might make 1 or 2 little changes, but it's done. And it's, I guess, storyboarded is what you call it. I did the basic layouts for each page, so I know how I want it to flow. And I'm sure it's going to change once I actually get rolling on it more. So that's where I'm at. And I have started penciling it, which is going to be, there's no inking, it's just going to be penciled digitally. That started. And as far as the timeline, I don't know when it's going to be done. So we'll do some shadows underneath her eye wrinkles. Pretty simple ones. Nothing. She's not got like super baggy wrinkles and eyes, but it's noticeable. And I'm not sure if I want to do this, but I want to do a slight shadow underneath where her eyebrow would be, or yeah, that that ridge above the eye, whatever you call that, storm shadow. Little wrinkle shadow. Shadow under her ear. the ear folds. There's a page that's it's very similar to this in issue 1 with Nyx. He has the same kind of splash page where it's just his face and he's being talked to by Earth and Law. So this is mirroring that. And then in issue 3 it'll be the same thing with the leads for that one. I'm not sure what color. I think I'll just do black. I'm not sure what color I want to do her eyebrows. So I think we'll just do that on the skin. On the skin layer, I'll color in her eyebrows and her eyelashes. And we'll start off with black and just see how it goes. I have a feeling the black's going to be too much. There's probably ways to do shortcuts with coloring. I don't know, like blocking off a certain area and then just using the paint bucket. I don't know. There's probably ways to do that. I think I prefer just to do each one pretty much manually. Just like if I was using a marker on real paper. All right, so a little too dark. Too dark for my taste. So I will do a shortcut here, which is get the paint bucket. We will do a slightly less, we'll do like a dark gray. And then if you use the paint bucket directly over what I just colored, it'll fill in just that part that I just colored, which looks all right. Looks all right for now. Yeah. There's got to be more to this. This is kind of too simple. I kind of want to give her more shadows, but I don't want to go too overboard with wrinkles and whatnot. But let's try and see what happens. It just needs it needs more shadow to add some depth to it. So I'm just experimenting. I do like a dab, pull out, see what it looks like, and then change it if I need to. I'll leave it that way for now. Let's do something else here. Let's give her nose a little bit more color. Her nose and ears. See how it looks. So I'm gonna go with make another layer above the skin but below the shadow, and then drop that down. We'll do 25 again, and then I'm gonna use a red. We'll start with red, and then just kind of color over her nose to make it. I want it to give it like a pink. Oops, damn it, I didn't do the duplicate layer. Let's do that again. So duplicate the layer, clear it, and whoop. Okay, so duplicate the layer and then clip it, and then duplicate it. There we go. And now we got a clear layer with symmetry. To add the red, put it 25%, and it gives us like a pink nose. This is probably gonna be too much pink. Yeah, it's a bit too much, so we'll tone it down. Let's bring it down to, that's 1, that's too much, or too little. That's good, that's at 7% opacity. And then we'll do the same thing with the ears. I got this idea from, his name is Mike Zatransis. I saw him do this in a video. No, let's not do her cheeks. So we did her ears and her nose. Yeah, it looks all right. It kind of sticks out on her because she's so pale. Let's bring it down to 5%. I think it looks a little better. We'll try. Let's do her lip area. Just to balance it out. It looks all right. And then her eyelids. It's really subtle. It's just kind of a way of sneaking in some extra color. And, all right. I might want to keep messing with that pink though. Let's do a airbrush. Make it pretty big at like 500. Let's mess around with the cheek area here. Don't think it's gonna look very good. Yeah. Yeah. Let's just leave it like that for now. Trying to get a good overall picture here. All right. What else are we gonna do? It's a lot of white. I mean, the white doesn't quite work. It looks cool. I think it's gonna look really good in the comic, especially in the snow. But as of right now, like this, it's just too much. No, fuck it. Let's keep rolling. So we have a layer at 25% for shadow. Let's do the same thing for highlights. It's gonna be like a really bright page, and this will be like the first draft of it what you're watching. It might not look this way in the final issue, or in the final version in the issue. All right, so duplicate the layer of the shadow, clear it. It's already clipped. Go back to the pen. We use white, and we're gonna add some highlights to this. Oops. Very subtle. Let's check that up a little bit. Probably too much. That's at 100%. Bring it down to 75. On her nose. And then we'll do top of her ear. Top of her head. adds a little something. I mean, it's all right for now. Let's get a wrinkle. And then add highlights to the pouches under her eyes and the wrinkles area. More on the ear. I'm just gonna keep farting around with it. We'll use the airbrush at 500. See how it looks with her head. Yeah, not bad. I like that. So now that there's like white up here from the highlight, that's gonna balance out with the white at the bottom. Because all this white it's really overpowering. But I think some white highlights up here are gonna help balance it. Might be too much though up here. So let's do the eraser, soft eraser. And we'll make it pretty big. Nope, 700. And then we'll just lightly scale this back. Yeah, it might have been too much. Let's try that again. That's better. Go back to the pen, use white, same layer. Oops. I mean, it's really subtle. I don't even know if you can pick it up. That does help to balance out the whole visual part, the white balance of this page. What else? That's pretty simple, actually. It's like an in-depth look at a pretty simple coloring style, but you're left with a piece that's got some personality to it. And that is part of a page from issue number 2. This is going to be a heavy text page. Background color will change. But for now, yeah, I'll stop there. I think I'll do another live stream here real quick. I don't know what of though. But we'll stop this one. Thanks for watching.